Okay, we're gonna start on all fours. So go ahead and come onto your hands and knees here. Shoulders right over the wrists, knees right under the hips. And we're gonna just go through our cat and cow. So get a couple of rounding of the spine, lengthening of the spine. Doing two more with your hands like this. And remember, really trying to move those shoulder blades just as much as we are the spine. So I want to feel the shoulder blades protract and reach around the ribs. And then as you lengthen the spine, the shoulder blades glide together. One more like this. And then go ahead and just turn your palms to face back towards your knees, if that's accessible. And then we're going to do the same thing. See if you can try to get the thumb flat on the floor. So if this is really challenging for your wrists, you can always kind of turn the fingertips back around to the front. But this just gives us another way to access a little bit of a different part of the forearm or movement here. Give me just two more. Last one. Good. Go ahead and turn the palms back around. And this time just flip the palms to face the ceiling on one hand. If you want to do both, you can kind of lean back and just make a couple of fists. Okay, so just warming up the wrists there. Good. All right, place your hands back down. Tuck the toes. See if you can just engage your belly. So just pull the ribs up enough that you feel everything supported in the spine. And then we're just gonna hover the knees. We're just gonna stay here for a couple of breaths. Okay, I want you just to feel your hands pressing down, shoulders down out of the ears. It feels like you can kind of fire up the muscles around your rib cage, around your bra line there. You should feel your tail slightly tucking towards your heels. So it feels like the belly's drawing up and the pubic bone is just slightly curled towards your ribs. Check in with your head and neck. Make sure they're not intensely gripping here. And I want to try to find this subtlety of ease, right? So I know that we're working hard, but can you kind of find a way to feel like you can almost relax the parts of the body that aren't really needing to be energized? And give me just two more breaths here. Good, one more breath. Good, start to straighten the legs back towards downward facing dog, pedaling the feet. And now just pressing down through the hands, push the hands forward. And we're gonna just take one leg up at a time. So we're gonna just take that right leg up, and I want you to keep your hips square to the floor. And then you're gonna bring it back down, and we're gonna take the left leg up. So we're just doing this little kind of marching action here. But what I want you to really try to focus on is keeping the pelvis tilted up. So sit bones and tailbone are tilted up. So if you need to soften your knees, you can. I want you to try to make sure that you're moving from that back of the thigh and the inner thigh so that the toes stay pointed towards the floor. And again, you're just taking your time, marching the legs back and forth. Good. Again, you can always soften the knees if you feel like you can't get that nice flat back. Keep pushing the hands forward, turning the biceps towards your thumbs. Good. Let's just go for two more on each side. 2. 1. 1, both feet come back down. We're just gonna lift all the way up onto the toes, all the way down with the heels. All the way up on the toes, all the way down with the heels. Give me 4 more. Here's 4. Try to relax your neck and shoulders. 3. Rotate those biceps forward towards your thumbs. 2. 1 more. 1. Good job. Go ahead and shift your weight forward into your plank. So you might have to walk your hands forward a little bit here. Look towards the front of the room, lower your knees. Let's do our chaturanga push-ups here nice and slow. So you're gonna lower halfway down, push yourself all the way back up. Lower halfway down, push it back up. Take your time. Keep your shoulders nice and broad in the front. Try not to let them round towards the floor. Make those elbows point back behind you. Let's just do 2 more. Good, last one. All the way to the belly. Good job. All right, so take your arms out. If you need to shake your wrists out a little bit, go ahead. Press down into all 10 toes. And then we're gonna be a little wider than your 90-degree bend in the arms. And from here, you're just gonna let your head and shoulders stay in a neutral position, but I want you to think of your arms kind of like wings. And we're gonna pick up those elbows and shoulder heads, and then the hands. And then once you feel like you've really got this lift of your wingspan, then we're gonna lift the chest and the legs and find a little more length. But I want those arms to feel like they're picking up. Then you're gonna almost feel like you're going back down like the wings are flapping, right? All the way back down. So again, we're gonna pick elbows up, shoulder heads up, hands and forearms, and then head and legs come up, and then all the way back down. So just kind of feeling this movement where arms and shoulders engage, then the rest of the body's gonna lift up and fire in unison. And back down. So finding this kind of collective group of muscles to pick everything up off the floor. And down. 4 more like this. Back of the shoulders should be feeling like they hug towards each other as those elbows lift first. Then down. Here's 3. Again, you're flying. I want you to imagine you're flapping those wings. Here's 2. 1 more. Pick it up. Hold it up. Give me 1 more big breath here. Get your belly away from the floor. Root down through your pubic bone. And elbows bend. Hands come under your ribs or under those elbows. Push back. Child's pose. Take your knees nice and wide. Make your arms active. Press down into the palms. Think of lifting the forearms away from the floor. Take a deep breath here. 1 more. Good. Hands are planted. Tuck those toes. Come into plank. Here we go with our little shifting back and forth. So you're going to shift your weight back over your heels. Come back forward. Back over the heels and forward. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it back. Here's your little pulses. Keep those shins low to the ground. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to straighten into the legs, pedal the feet. Now look forward at your hands. You can shift your weight a little bit. Just go and step to the front of the mat. So you can just tiptoe your way all the way in. You can take 1 big step, but just walk your way all the way to the front of your mat. Big toes are going to try to come together. Heels are slightly apart. You're going to soften your knees if you need to. We're going to inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, fold. Again, you can always soften those knees if you're feeling like you're hanging out in space. And if the feet have to separate, go ahead. Slow roll all the way up. So let your head be heavy, bend your knees. Roll all the way up to stack the spine. Shoulder heads move back. And let's inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, slow dive forward. Inhale, reach the crown of the head towards the front of your mat or the front of the room. And then exhale, step that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee. And if your left knee comes over your toes, that's okay. We're just gonna work our heart pull forward here. Give yourself just one more breath. Good. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift the knees, step the left foot back. You're in your plank. Look forward. And then again, we're going to either lower the knees or slowly lower down in your chaturanga all the way to the belly. Here's those wings. We're going to flap them up, pick everything up, hold it. Relax the neck. So again, trying to find ease in all of these poses, right? So I want to make this work, but I also don't want to feel like I'm straining and struggling. And then put the hands down, press yourself back through child's pose. Tuck your toes, send it back, downward facing dog. Right leg inhales up and back. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands, lower the left knee, keep your hands there. And again, if the right knee goes over the toes for this one, that's okay. And just take 2 breaths. Good, keeping your gaze forward. We're gonna pick up the back knee and step it to the front of the mat. So pick up that left foot, step it forward, exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse that swan dive, come all over the flat back this time. Bring the palms to touch the top. Exhale, dive back down, nice long spine. So here's that transition. I wanna really feel the support system through the core as I come down with the flat back, soften the knees. Inhale, extend the spine long, reach the crown of the head towards the front of the mat. Good, now this time we're gonna set the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower the left knee, and now we're gonna come up. So press down into the feet, inhale, bring the arms up with you. Try to pull the front ribs in just enough to feel like they're supporting this back bend. I wanna feel a lot of this in the front of that left hip. Try to get a little taller. One more big breath here. Exhale, hands come down on either side. Step that right foot back to your plank. Nice and slow. We're gonna lower down in that chaturanga. So maybe try it on your toes. Slow, slow, slow. Lots of control all the way to the floor. Good, we're gonna pick it all up like a bird flying with wings. And then bring it back down, send it through the child's pose. Hands stay active, press them into the floor. And then tuck your toes, send it back, downward facing dog. Now that left leg's gonna inhale up and back. Exhale, step in between the hands, lower the right knee. And again, this time we're gonna come up. Letting the hips stay falling forward, draw the belly back, ribs back. Take another breath here. Good, exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot. Step the right foot to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Inhale, soften the knees, reverse that swan dive, come all the way up to the top. Exhale, dive down, nice long spine all the way down. Good, we got one more round like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step that right foot to the back of the mat. Let the knee come down. Inhale, come up. Take a breath, pause here. Now exhale, bring your hands down in front of your heart in a prayer position, and we're just gonna hook that right elbow on that left knee. Now, we're gonna keep the belly button kind of pointing towards the floor, and you're gonna press into your hands and just try to rotate your sternum towards your thumbs. So the hips are still facing forward. Give yourself just maybe one more breath here. Good. Now I want you to take this left hand up off of the right, like you're pushing it into a wall. And I want you to feel that left shoulder start to come forward, that shoulder blade wrap around as the right shoulder blade comes back. Okay, so I've got this left shoulder blade kind of protracting, right shoulder blade retracting. And this is just for my brain. I'm just turning on my brain, letting it see that I can work the different sides, different hemispheres of the body in different ways. Okay, one more breath here. Again, fire up this left arm like you're pushing it into a wall. Move that shoulder blade wide. Good, go ahead and bring both hands down on either side of that foot. Pick yourself up, step it back. Plank. Look forward. If you need to go to the knees, otherwise chaturanga all the way to the floor. Pick yourself up like that bird with wings, elbows are up. Hands come back down, press back, child's pose. Tuck your toes under. Go ahead and send your hips up and back. Right leg's gonna go up, inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, step between the hands, lower the right knee. Inhale, come up. Give yourself just 2 breaths here. Again, whole front line feels like it's zipped up and hugging back. Hands come to the heart. Exhale, hook that left elbow on the right knee. And again, keeping the belly button pretty much facing the floor, can you turn your rib cage and your sternum towards your thumbs? Give yourself just 1 more breath here. Now, again, I'm gonna take my left shoulder blade, draw it back. As I pick my right hand up, I'm gonna push my right shoulder blade and my right hand a little forward. Keeping this twist. Give yourself just another breath or 2 here. Fire up the arms, make it energetically happening because you're engaging these muscles. Good. Both hands down on either side of the foot. Step to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse that swan dive all the way up. And exhale, dive down. All right, got the left side, and we're moving on. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, set the left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down in front of the heart. We're gonna do that rotation one more time with that left elbow, right knee. Pressing the palms to turn the sternum. Keep the belly button facing forward. Now, tuck the left toes. You're gonna stay in this little bit of a rotation. And all we're gonna do here is just lift the left knee up off the floor. Tap it back down. Lift the left knee. Tap it back down. Try not to rest on that right thigh. If you're feeling too much compression in the right hip, then maybe you put that left hand down on the floor. See if you can lift up out of the right hip. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Both hands down on either side of that right foot. Pick up the back knee, set a back plank. Look forward. Slow lower down, chaturanga all the way to the ground. Here goes that pick up. Now remember to root down through the pubic bone, let the belly be light. Lift from the inner thighs, lift from the elbows, lift from the back of the shoulders, and then down, press it all the way back, child's pose through your knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg inhales up and back. Exhale, step it in between the hands, lower the right knee, take a breath, inhale, up. Exhale, hands to your heart, rotate right elbow, left knee, turn your chest towards your thumbs. Give yourself just another breath here. Remember, we're gonna be picking up the knee, so if you need to get your toes tucked under you and shorten your stride, go ahead. And now here we go, we're just gonna pick up that right knee, tap it back down. Pick it up, tap it down. So again, if you're feeling a lot of compression in that left hip, place the right hand down and just do this the best you can, lifting yourself up away from the thigh. Let's just go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Rest that foot, knee back down. Both hands back down, look forward. Pick that right foot up to step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine towards the front of your mat. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse that swan dive, come all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, the hands down in front of the heart. Inhale, big arms, sweep up. Take those hands all the way to the top to touch. Exhale, dive forward, nice long spine. Inhale, extend the top of your head towards the front of your mat. Exhale, step it back to your plank position. Good, hold it here. You're gonna lower your knees, take your hands out nice and wide for your push-ups. And here we go for 10. All the way down, and up. All the way down, and up. There's 8. Take those hands nice and wide. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the floor. Pick it up. Here's that big wingspan again. Elbows are up. Shoulder blades hug together. Inner thighs lifting the legs. Lengthening over lifting. Good. Hands come down. Press back. Child's pose. Take a breath. Good. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Okay, we're back to that lifting and lowering the legs here in down dog. So alternating leg lifts. Take your time. I want you to feel like you can really steady your pelvis here as you lift from the back of the leg. Keep the toes pointing down. Good, just maybe 3 more on each side. Here's 3, 2, 1, and 1. Up and down on the toes, lift to the toes, lower the heels. Lift to the toes, lower the heels. Let's just go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right leg's gonna inhale up and back. Exhale, bring it forward to touch that right elbow. Give it a kiss. Hold it there. Good. Place that right foot down. Come on up. Press a lunge. Inhale. Take a breath or 2 here. Arms are up. Find that rib cage hugging in. Tail is heavy. Feel the support of the legs. From here, we're going to sweep the hands back and come into warrior 3. So you're going to hover that back foot. Here's where I want you to really feel that level of support in the spine, right? We're not diving the head and shoulders down. Pick the pinkies up, reach them back. 1 more big breath here. Okay, you're gonna step that left foot to the back of the mat, come into warrior 2. Good, and then reverse it. Take that right arm over the ear, reach that left hand forward. Take a breath. Good. Now we're gonna take that right elbow onto that right knee, left arm over the ear, lengthen out. Now check all your positions here. Where's your right knee? Get it over your second toe. Wrap that right sit bone underneath you. Feel that length through both sides of your ribs here. Maybe you're ready to lift up off that right arm and bring it up by your ear. Good. Left hand to the hip. Reach the right hand forward now. Hop the left foot in up, and we're going to come into that half moon. So you can stay high here, hovering the left leg. We're keeping the body turned to the side of the mat. Or maybe you start to tip over a little more, reaching the hand towards the floor and trying to become really parallel to the ground. Give it 1 more big breath here. Slowly bend the right knee, step the left foot to the back of the mat, reverse the warrior again. Good, now bring that left hand all the way down to the inside of the right foot. So you can windmill the hands, pivot up onto the ball of your left foot, and then turn yourself to the right side and reach that right arm over your ear. Now you're gonna stay on that left hand, and we're gonna walk that right foot back so that we can come into a side plank. You're gonna step that right foot to side plank, or you can keep the right foot in front of you as a little support. But if you've got that right foot stacked, just hold it here. Maybe you can even lift the right leg off the bottom. Give me one more breath. Good, both hands come down. And now from here, you're gonna lower your forearms to the floor. Get them parallel. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, but we're gonna push the head and chest back towards our thighs. And again, we're gonna do our little marching of our legs. Right leg comes up, left leg comes up. Now you don't wanna be doing too much kicking, right? I'm not using momentum here. I'm zipping my core in, trying to press my forearms down and forward, and just lift and lower my legs. Just two more on each side. Here's two. One. Good job. Go ahead and walk your feet back towards plank. Turn your chest forward towards your thumb. Turn your forearm plank. Hold it here. Make sure your neck is relaxed, your core is supporting. And lower the knees, the belly, turn the chest up. For Sphinx pose, untuck the toes. Lower all the way down and just pick those arms up into the cactus arms. We're gonna just elbows touch your ribs, and then you're gonna reach forward over your ears. Pull it in, elbows touch your ribs. Reach the hands forward over the ears. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the hands under your elbows. Press yourself back through to your knees. Child's pose. Take a breath. Good. Tuck those toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Left side. Left leg inhales up and back. Exhale, bring that left knee forward to touch the elbow. Hold it there. Give it a breath. And then step between the hands. Press down into the feet. We're going to come up crescent lunge. So again, trying to find some ease here. Even though the arms are up and they're reaching, can we not have tension through the neck and shoulders? Can the arms be just long and reaching without that gripping feeling? Pressing down, making sure the feet are supporting you. Pull the belly button back through the spine. Ribs down in the front pockets. And all of this is done with like a gentle sense of ease, right? There's no like rigorous pulling of the ribs back and shoving them down. I want to feel this sense of the body actually working together here. Good. Sweep the hands back. Look forward, warrior 3. Hover that back foot. Now I've got both hips pointing to the ground. Pinkies are lifting up. Inner thigh, the right leg is lifting up. Toes point down. You can soften your left knee if you need to. Good. Just find something to look at that's not moving. All right, nice and slow, we're gonna step ourselves back to warrior 2. So you're gonna take your left knee, bend it, and step that right foot way back. Turn yourself to the side, and then reverse your warrior. I'm just gonna turn myself around, yeah. Good, now that left elbow comes onto that left knee, and here's where we're just gonna check our alignment. You can take that right arm over your ear. I wanna get my knee over that second toe. Outer edge of the right foot's got a lot of weight. I'm trying to rotate my ribs to the side of the room. Lengthening through the right side and the left, right? So I want to feel like there's support on both sides. Now if you're ready, that left arm can come up by your ear. Good. 2 more breaths. Right hand to the hip. Left arm can reach forward. You can step the right foot in a little bit. Here comes that half moon. So you can stay up real high here. You can start to lower the upper body towards the floor and become more parallel to the ground. But wherever you're at, I want you to feel this support system, this feeling of this hugging in to just really make sure that the spine is okay. It's kind of 3D core. All right, slow bend to the left knee. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat, reverse your warrior. Good. And then that right hand's gonna come to the inside of that left foot. Pivot up on the ball of your right foot and keep turning yourself towards your left knee. Left arm over the ear, towards the front of your mat. Now check your right shoulder before we put all our weight into it. Hug it down into the socket. Make sure it's not rotating forward towards your thumb, but back towards your pinky. Start to walk your left foot back. Maybe even you keep it at the middle point for support, or you step it all the way to meet the right foot. Keep lifting. If you want to pick up that left leg, you can. One more breath. Good, all the way back to plank. Look forward. Nice and slow, chaturanga, all the way to the ground. Good. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Curl the head and chest up. Good. Go ahead and press yourself back to your knees. Place those forearms on the ground. And now again, we're just going to lift the knees and the hips up to the ceiling and walk the feet in. Head and chest are trying to push back towards your thighs. And here's where we're going to just bring our knees like they're going to tap the floor. And then you're going to pick your hips back up. Bring the knees down like they're going to tap and lift. So my upper body is trying to stay pressed back through my arms. And I'm just going to lower and lift my knees. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. Look forward at your thumbs. And now this time we're going to try to push into the arms straight into down dog. So push the arms down and press the arms straight. You got to do one arm at a time, you can. And now we should be back in down dog. Pedal the feet. All right, we're going to do that one more time. We're just going to add in a little bit, okay? So right leg's going to go up and back. Inhale. Exhale, tap that right elbow with the right knee. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Foot comes between the hands. Come on up, crescent lunge. So watch your feet aren't on a tightrope. Get them separated enough to feel supportive. All right, hands are going to come behind the head this time. Elbows are nice and wide. And this time we're just going to do our cat and cow. So I want you to exhale, bring the elbows in, feel that cat pose. Inhale, open them, let your back go, let your chest lift. Exhale, pull the belly button back to your spine, elbows close. Inhale, open. Exhaling, doing the cat. Inhaling, letting the cow lift the chest. Good, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Open the arms, take those hands back, shift your weight forward. Here we come into warrior 3. Slowly picking up that back leg. Now again, you don't have to come totally parallel to the floor. You can stay a little more upright. Now you can either have your hands reaching back or reaching towards the floor, but we're going to bend the right knee like we're going down an elevator. And then we're going to press it back up. So if you want your hands at your heart or your hands reaching to the floor, go ahead. And if this has to be a little micro baby bend, that's fine too. This shouldn't hurt your knee. So if you have a lot of pain here, maybe you come a lot more upright and just make it smaller. And if there's still pain, then maybe you bring the left foot back to the floor. Let's go for 5. Here's 4. I want you to feel that leg. 3, that glute. Doing this work for you, that quadricep. 2. Last one. Good. Here's where we step back to that warrior 2. Bend the right knee, step it all the way back, reverse your warrior. Turn myself around again. Good, now come forward into that side angle, but this time we're not going to put the elbow down on the knee. We're just going to hold that right arm out. Take it out, extend it. I want you to feel like it's an extension from your left heel to your right hand. All right, bend into that right thigh, get a little lower. Good, now let's see if you can bring that left arm up to the ear, and you're going to bend deeper into the right knee, and then you're going to swing that left arm back, and we're going to straighten out into that right leg. You're going to bend deep into the right knee, swing the left arm by the ear, Press it to straight, reach left hand back, good. You can pick up the pace a little bit. Here's 8, 7, 6, good. 5, try to keep that leaning forward, 4. So you've got that lengthening through the side body. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and bend the right knee, left hand on the hip. Keep reaching the right arm forward. Come in with that left foot so we can come into our half moon. Again, you can be high up here. You don't have to come halfway down. You can just stay a little bit higher. At your choice. See if you can keep the right arm reaching. And now we're going to bring that left knee into the chest and send it back out. Now if that's too much, just maybe a little bend out to the side. I just want you to feel your core have to work here. All your balance. And if you need to put your hand down on something, go ahead. Maybe a chair. Let's go for 5, 4, find something to look at that's not moving. 3, 2, 1. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Reverse your warrior. Good. Exhale that left hand all the way down the inside of that right foot. Sweep that right arm over your ear, turning yourself to the side. Take one more big breath here. Okay, now we're gonna just do these little rotations. So belly button can kind of stay to the floor, hips stay level. We're just gonna pull that right elbow back and it's gonna touch your ribs and you're gonna turn a little more to the right. And then you're gonna reach it back forward. Little bit more rotation and forward. So I'm trying to make this happen all in my upper back and not in my lumbar, not in my low back. So low back is staying pretty supported here by you cinching your waistline in and keeping it still. Let's go for 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank. So you can wiggle that right foot to the middle and press down and lift the hips. Or you can stack that right foot. Right arm's gonna go up. Now here's our challenge. So if you need to put the left knee on the floor, you can. Otherwise, we're just gonna lift the hips, pick the right foot up, and see if we can bring it in towards our chest to tap that right hand to the knee, and then send it back out. I just have 5 of these. Here's 4. And you can always lower the left knee. 3, or you can just stay with that right foot in front. 2, 1 more. Good job. Square up the hips for plank. Lower onto those forearms. Press your head and chest through your arms, back towards your toes. Just give me a couple of those leg switches here, up and down with the legs. Give me 3, 2, 1, and 1. Walk those feet back. Lower yourself down into your Sphinx. First the knees, hips, belly, curl the heart forward. Slow down your breath. Press in the forearms. Lift your belly away from the floor. Good. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Take your pinkies back towards your heels. Just these little lifts of the arm, like you're walking up a ladder. So a little bend, lift and reach. Little bend, lift and reach. Keep the shoulder heads up. If you want to lift your feet, you can. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're going to go ahead and press back to child's pose. Take 2 breaths, and then we'll do the other side. Good. Just collecting your mind, focusing. We got 1 more round like that, so try to think of those transitions, how you move through them mindfully. Let's lift the hips, come into down dog. All right, left leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, touch that left elbow to your knee. I'm sorry, your knee to your elbow. Hold it. One more breath. Good. Step in between the hands. Make sure your feet are not on a tight rope. Come all the way up. Take a breath here with the arms up. Make sure you got that left knee going right over that second toe. Bring your hands behind your head. Here we go for those cat and cows. Exhale, curl it all in. Bring the belly button back to the spine. Inhale, lift your chest, reach the heel back. Exhale, pull it all in. Even that right knee bends a little deeper. So the right knee is gonna soften and bend a little bit as you pull in, and then as you reach the heel back, you can kind of lengthen back out. Let's go for 5. Here's 4. 3. 2. Last round. Good. Swing those hands back, shift your body weight forward. Here we come into that warrior 3. So if you want to be more upright, you can even be up here. Okay, otherwise bring yourself to your challenge point. Feel that support from front to back. And now here we go with that knee. We're gonna bend the left knee. I wanna watch it go right over that second toe and straighten it. Keep your hips pointing to the floor, lift for the inner right thigh. Try to reach that right leg back strong. And again, your bends don't have to be very big. I just want you to feel those legs working. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bend your left knee, step that right foot back, reverse your warrior. And now this time we're not gonna place that left hand on the knee, right? We're gonna reach it forward, just hold it here. Finding that pressure in the right outer edge of the foot, reaching through the fingertips. And now here we go with that right hand, we're gonna reach it forward over the ear, and then we're gonna bring it back as we straighten that left leg. Reach it forward over the ear, straighten and reach. Good, here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that right hand onto your hip. Keep reaching the left arm forward. Here we go to that half moon. So you can hop that right foot in a little bit, and then we're gonna float it up. Now you can put that left arm wherever you want, but here's where we're gonna start to bring that right knee in towards the chest, out wide, and then press it back to straight. Pull it in, press it out. And again, it doesn't have to be this big. There's 8, 7, find that support. 6, hug the belly and the core in. 5, 4, 3, you can always soften that left knee if you need to. 2, last one. 1, send it back, bend the left knee, reverse the warrior. Good job. All right, right hand all the way down the inside of that left foot. Turn all 10 toes forward. And now here's that left arm reaching over the ear. Get your right shoulder down on the ear, and we're gonna do those little rotations. So my belly stays pointing to the floor. Pull that left elbow back like you're gonna turn your chest and reach it back forward. Pull the left elbow back and forward. I want you to find that muscle energy where you're squeezing that elbow in, firing up the upper back. Keep your hip, let that right hip lifted away from the floor. Right thigh is fired up and engaged. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna wiggle that left foot back. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you're gonna take that left foot to meet the right. And if you wanna try to hover, we got 5 of these. You're gonna bend the left knee in, tap it with that left hand, send it back out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Rotate to the floor, both hands down. Put the forearms on the ground. Last time with this guy. Push the head and shoulders back towards your thighs. Forearms are pressing forward, palms are flat. Pull your ribs in. Let's go for the knees tapping and lifting. Tapping and lifting. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Just lower those knees. Come all the way onto the belly. You can step yourself back into the plank. Sphinx pose. And then all the way down for your chest stretch. So take that right arm out to a 3/4 bend, or maybe even straight out to the side. Just roll on that right side. Press into the palm. Lift the shoulder away from the floor. Good. Come back through center, left side. Left arm goes out. Rotate onto that left side. Stretching the chest. Good. Come back onto your belly. And then we're just going to roll right onto your back. All right. Little bit of abs and then you're out of here. All right, so legs up in a tabletop. You're going to keep this bend in the knee, and we're just going to tap the foot to the floor from the hip. I want you to just take your time, because I want you to feel your heavy, heavy bottom ribs, and the waistband of your pants stays the same pressure, okay? So don't let your waist get heavier, lighter, heavier, lighter. Try to keep it at the same consistent pressure as we tap the toes. Good. Now bring your hands behind your head, peel your head and shoulders up, keep the toe tapping. Good, and now we're going to take one arm and reach it towards the opposite leg as you bring the knee in. So when my left knee's in, my right arm reaches across. Switch, left arm reaches across. So I'm crossing, and I'm just switching which hand holds my head. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, go over to the left side, right hand reaching, right foot hovering. Pulse it up, reach past that left leg. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the legs and pulse again, up, up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both back in. Rest the head and shoulders down. Move your hips just a little to the right. Let your knees drop over to the left. Get the right shoulder down on the floor. Take a deep breath. Good. Come back to center. Move your hips a little bit to the left. Drop your knees over the right. Left shoulder on the floor. Take a deep breath here. Good. Back to center with both knees. Grab the back of your thighs. You can rock and roll all the way up. You guys are all done. Good work.